Here we're going to work on a little pitch shot, chip shot, a few yards off the green. By the way, pitch and chip, whatever. A pitch, I guess, is just a longer swing. I look at all short shots as being small swings. So if I'm going to make a little shot, I have a little swing. If I need a bigger shot, it's a bigger swing. And the swing just keeps getting bigger. I don't really approach it that much different. Some things we'll do a little different in the setup, but basically a swing is a swing. It's just the size of the swing. Now here I have two very different lies. This one here is kind of in that fluffy first cut, and this one here is on a very, very tight fairway lie. Now when I ask most of my students which lie do they like better, nearly all of them say the fluffy lie. Now the reason for that is your contact is not good enough. In other words, you're not catching the ball and then the ground. The divot is after the ball, not before the ball. So you can get away with a lot more on this fluffy lie. So what you want to do is start practicing on the tight lie. That makes all these other lies, even in the rough, a lot easier. Now with the setup with the pitch shot, what we want to do here is I like you to play with a very narrow stance. Again, it's a small swing. I see too many players going really wide. It causes more lateral motion and moving. We don't need to do that when we're hitting a little shot like this and making a little swing. You could play the ball basically in the middle of your stance or just back of center. Now I'm using a sandwich here, and here's why I want you to practice with your sandwich. The bounce on the back of the club, which gets the trailing edge higher than the leading edge, if you don't hit this clean, that bounce is going to kick up and you're either going to blade the ball or you're going to hit it fat. So the thing here is we're trying to get this club moving down and catch the ball and then the turf. You're kind of pinching the shot. When you follow through on this little shot, I want you to feel that your left arm is in line with the shaft. So you're also learning lag. You're learning to have that shaft leaning forward like you see all great players through impact. Now one note with this, you can't do this with tension. I see some of my students go back and they lock their arms and they squeeze the club and they can do it. And you can do that, you can hit the shot. Here's the thing. When you get into bigger swings, you can't use that type of tension. So we're also learning another technique of leaning the shaft through impact. We're preparing to build that up into our full swing. So I play the ball back in my stance a little bit. Now if I catch this a little bit behind the ball, I'm actually going to blade it. See? And I chunk it. So it's going to do one of the two. Either that, you're going to flub it, or two, it's going to bounce up in the air. So as you keep working on this, you're trying to get the contact to where you feel the ball and then the turf. And even on these short pitch shots, you should be taking a little divot, just a little pinch, but ball, then turf, and then when you hold that finish, see if you can get it to look like this. If you start seeing it like this, well, that means the club head is passing the handle. We want to keep the handle moving forward, right through impact, and hold that finish position. Stay relaxed when you do this. Your pitch shots are going to get better, your chip shots are going to get better, and eventually your bigger swings are going to get better.